Hello, alchemist. Welcome back to Arcane Alchemy. If you're new here, I'm a mystical medium. I co-create with your higher self and source to bring you all of the practical tools of divine soul alchemy. These tools and messages are things that I have received and utilized along my own journey of individuation and self-actualization, and have helped catalyze me into the life of my dreams. So it is my great honor to give you back these codes of remembrance. I'm not telling you anything that you don't already know. I'm simply triggering that remembrance of more of who you are and what is going to help align you with the timeline of your dreams. So we're going to see what the message is that comes through today, but Source just told me to get on here and allow the message to flow through. So normally I have like some kind of plan on what I'm going to speak on, but today it's just going to be free flowing, free form. So we'll get right into it. Let's take a moment though to drop into our heart space together. So just take a second, close your eyes and place one hand over your heart and notice the rhythm of your breathing. How relaxed do you feel in your body today? Do you feel tension, anxiety, stress, overwhelm? Or do you feel peace, joy, love, prosperity? What is your state of being right now? Just observe. Don't try to change it. Allow your breath to deepen where it wants to. Allow yourself to yawn if you need to. Yawning is one of the biggest ways that my body is showing me that energy is clearing. So witness that and give your body gratitude. Thank you, body, for releasing that distortion, for releasing that blockage. And just feel all of your energy behind your eyes. Feel your shoulders relax down and come back into your body. Good, let's take one more cleansing breath together. So in through the nose and out through the nose or mouth. Maybe yawn one more time. Oh. And sometimes if you notice your yawns are getting stuck, that's a good indication that there is energy that's kind of been pushing against, like there's some residual resistance there. So one thing that I have found is super helpful is to actually stick your tongue out. It's going to look really weird. So I understand if you don't want to do it around other people, but whenever you're, in your own space, in your own time, and you're working with your body and you feel like you have to yawn, but it's like not coming, allow yourself to actually like stick your tongue out and really like open your throat. So maybe that helps. I hope that helps somebody, because I used to struggle with that a lot. I used to have like major throat chakra blockage, like lots of blockages in my chest space as well, in the heart center and the lungs. And then as I've worked through and moved through more and more layers and levels, I've learned how to help my body in releasing that energy, even if it makes me look silly, even if I look stupid, whatever, that's irrelevant. I don't care about that anymore. Like even here on YouTube, I don't bother to do like multiple takes of the video. I get on the video, I do the take, and I mean, unless something happens like with the recording or something, because that has happened one time where the recording just like disappeared. So then I had to redo the whole thing. But for the most part, it's just, I get on, I share what I feel led to share. I show up in whatever way I look that day. And yes, because I want to be a walking permission slip for other people to show up as their authentic self, and to know that you don't have to put on these masks. You don't have to put on this facade in order for people to like you. Right? Because the people that are going to be drawn to you are going to be drawn to you for your energy anyway, not the way that you look externally. All of that can change in a heartbeat. You could be in a horrible accident and be completely maimed, look completely different, but you would still be the same person. You still have the same big, beautiful heart. You still have the same beautiful energy. And the people that are intended to be in your life, the right people for you, are going to be drawn to your energy. They're going to be drawn to your vibration, the frequency that you're emitting. So breathe into that. Where have you been wearing a mask? Where have you been feeling like you have to put on this facade in order to fit in? I used to do this all the time in my life. I'm a Gemini sun, so I'm very good at being adaptable. And that can be a blessing or it can be a curse depending on how I use it. And I used to use it and not even realize I was using it to make myself likable. I never would have claimed that. I used to think that I was like, oh no, I don't give a fuck what people think about me. Like, it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. But that wasn't actually true. That's not actually the frequency that I was operating out of. Consciously, that's what my mind wanted to believe. But subconsciously, I loved attention. I loved external validation. And I was drawn to seek that, which led me into codependent and toxic relationship after codependent and toxic relationship. Because I wasn't strong and confident in myself. I would meet a person and there would be that instant chemistry, right? That instant connection where they make you feel alive. They make you feel passionate, like you want to spend all your time with them. They just get you, right? Those are big red flags. When it comes to relationships, you actually want someone that your nervous system calms down around. The healthiest relationship I've ever been in, we started as friends. I didn't even have that initial reaction, that initial attraction sexually. I just thought he was a dope person and I wanted to spend more time with him because his energy felt like home. It felt comfortable. I could, in his presence. There was no pulling back and forth. He didn't need anything from me. I didn't need anything from him. We just enjoyed being around each other. How many relationships can you look back on and see, oh shit, yeah, like when I met this person, there was that instant chemistry, that instant spark. I just wanted to spend all my time with them. They got me in ways that were too good to be true, right? Well, that's because they were reflecting back exactly what they knew you wanted to hear in order to be able to use you. Because see, if you're here on this channel, if you're watching these videos, I guarantee that your story is similar to mine, where you were the one that struggled with the boundaries and would attract the type of people to take from you. When we don't know and we're not confident in who we are and holding our boundaries with self and with others, we subconsciously emit and project a frequency that takers are drawn to because they see, they feel the resonance of, this person is easily manipulated. This person is malleable. I can get what I want out of them. And that may be true for a time. You are the only one that can stop that. So if you are in a relationship where this has played out multiple times now, ask yourself why you're continuing to stay. Ask yourself what lessons there are to be learned here. Ask yourself why you're continuing to hold on to this when there's endless possibilities of amazing, incredible humans that want to love you for you, that don't want to use you, that don't want to break your boundaries, that will respect you, that will cherish you, that will spoil you. A lot of times we stay past the expiration date in a relationship because when we start to speak up about our boundaries, when we start to say, hey, okay, this bothered me, or we break it off, right? We're like, all right, I'm done. The other person suddenly shapes up. Oh, I'm sorry. No, like they might even take a little bit of accountability, just briefly. Although usually they'll try to flip it back on you and make you feel bad about it. Like, well, you did this to me that one time, so I felt justified in doing X, Y, and Z because you did A, B, and C. Know that if someone is in a mature place in their life and their healing journey, that if you did in fact do something to hurt them at some point, they would have brought that to you when it happened. They wouldn't be holding that in the back of their mind or making up some kind of story in order to justify the way that they're acting now, knowing that it's hurting you. The right people for you will never intentionally hurt you. And if they do accidentally hurt you, they will take accountability, full accountability. They will not make you feel bad about it. They will not judge you. They will not flip it back on you. They will not make it all about themselves. Oh, well, I'm just a shitty fucking person then, aren't I? They won't do that. So evaluate your friendships, evaluate your romantic relationships, evaluate your family relationships. What patterns are playing out? What do you see that keeps repeating? Because that is a part of you that you need to do some inner work on. I was only able to break the cycle of narcissistic abusive relationships when I realized that I was the common denominator in all of them. No, it doesn't make what they did, quote unquote, right to me, or that it felt great. Fuck no, it sucked. It was not a fun experience. But it wasn't until I took accountability for the part that I was playing in my own suffering and realized that, oh shit, my need for external validation and attention, my addiction to attention, is what keeps getting me into these messes. I need to take some time to myself. I need to be by myself so that I can heal all of these layers and levels of things that I'm projecting outwards that are attracting these type of people to me. I stopped playing the victim to my life. I stopped blaming other people for what they did to me. And instead, I looked at myself. And much later, even completely forgive every single one of those people and even asked for forgiveness from them as well. Not in person. I didn't reach out to them. I don't speak to any of them anymore. They have no place in my life. But energetically, I did healing behind the scenes. I see you, I accept you, I love you, I forgive you. Please forgive me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I release you now from all of the contracts, all of the cords that we have that have bound us together. Thank you for the lesson. I release you now through love. This is a powerful practice when you go into it with the intentionality. And sometimes you have to do multiple layers. Sometimes there's multiple levels of this. Pay attention to your dreams. I'm a dream shaman, so my dreams, I dream every night vividly, like literally, like it's crazy to me that some people don't, but I learn a lot about what's going on subconsciously through my dreams. So ask your body, hey, body, like mind, reveal to me what still needs to be healed. And as things come up, when people pop up in your dreams, when people pop up sometimes in your external reality again, because that's happened a couple times too, where I'm like, oh shit, I never wanted to see them again. And then you randomly see them and you're like, all right, there's some more healing that needs to be done here. Once again, you don't have to talk to them. But if they're popping up, there's a reason, and trust that. There's more healing that's available for you. There's more work that's ready. It's ready to be done. So you can lay all of that to rest. So you can really move on and be more free. See, that's why we forgive people. So we free ourselves. Because you hanging on to that resentment, you hanging on to that bitterness, you hanging on to that victimhood, it's not affecting them. All it is keeping you perpetuating the same cycle. You're going to continue to meet the same lesson in different skin. And I guarantee it's going to get louder each time, because this is what happened to me. I was a serial relationship hopper, and I kept getting into relationships with people that would be amazing for the first, month, 2 months, 3 months. And then all of a sudden little things would start happening. And then you start to question yourself. You're like, am I going crazy? Well, they didn't used to be like this. They used to treat me so well. Like, oh, maybe it's me. Like, and then you would bring it up to them and they would make you think it's you. So then they're gaslighting you and you're like, well, fuck, okay, I guess like I'll just take a step back and do some more reflecting. And then the cycle continues to perpetuate, right? Until maybe you finally break it off. But if you get back with them, guess what? There's a 99.99% chance that person has not changed. I'm not saying people can't change. I'm just saying people that operate out of the taker mentality will always try to find people that they can easily manipulate and take from. And if you take them back, they see that as, oh, yeah, I can do it again. I mean, I did it before and here we are again. So I'll just play it cool for a little bit. I'll be the perfect boyfriend, girlfriend, partner for a month, 2 months. And they might not consciously plan it like this in their head, but this is what's going on subconsciously. And then the old patterning, the old habits begin to come back out. And the cycle, once again, is perpetuated. So really ask yourself, do I want to continue in this relationship? Is this serving my growth? Is this person healthy for me, mind, body, and spirit? Or are they keeping me locked in a cycle where my growth has become stagnant? Are they threatened by my growth? That's another really big one. As you grow spiritually, you're going to outgrow people, and there's nothing wrong with this. But people are going to be threatened by your growth. And sometimes they're going to try to make you feel bad about growing because you're reflecting to them all of the ways that they are not. Even if you're not doing anything, even if you're literally just focused on yourself, but they're in your environment and they see you growing and they're being stagnant, there's probably going to be tension there until that breaking apart finally happens, whether this is platonic or romantic. So just know that this path that you're on of conscious awakening, of remembering who you are, of remembering your power, your magic as a divine and sovereign being who doesn't need anyone else, really look at your relationships from the eyes of the soul, not from the eyes of the human, not from, oh, well, I've been with them for this amount of time already. Like, I don't want that to be wasted. My friend, you're going to continue to relive the lesson that you could have learned a long time ago, and you're going to end up wasting more time if you think that way. You have a whole life ahead of you. You can literally start new, start fresh every moment, no matter how old you are, when you're seeing this video. Time and age are irrelevant. You can be reborn in this exact moment. You can make new choices in this exact moment that set you on the trajectory of a new and beautiful, expansive timeline. A timeline where you get to show up authentically and draw, magnetize, align with people, experiences, prosperity that is actually in true accordance with your true state of being, which is abundance. You are abundance. So if there are people in your life that are making you feel like you are not, it's time to take stock of that. It's time to do some journaling on it. It's time to see, all right, what state of consciousness was I operating out of when I met this person? What drew me to them? Why was I attracted to them? Look at yourself, because it's not even about them. They are simply the mirror for what needs to be healed in you. So take the accountability, stop playing the victim. If they've been shitty to you, understand that, well, that actually served a purpose because there's a level of boundaries of healing that I wasn't being true to myself in. And I needed that wake-up call in order to remember that I am worthy, that I am enough, that I can put myself first, that I can be called selfish and not let it affect me. Allow yourself to be called selfish by other people and don't let it faze you. Because guess what? This is your life. And ultimately, when people are calling you selfish, those are the people that are saying you're being selfish because you're doing what is best for you when I want you to do what's best for me instead. So who's actually being selfish? Are you going to continue to sacrifice your own happiness, your own joy, your own well-being for what other people think? That is a sad life. And you will never be happy. You will never be fulfilled. You will end up 89 years old looking back at, why did I live my life for everyone else? Those people aren't even in my life anymore. You are worthy. You are enough. You are everything, dear beautiful soul. And your life is ready to be alchemized. Your relationships are ready to be alchemized, transmuted. You're ready to move on and stop learning the same lesson from them. But you have to understand, when you're in a codependent relationship, you have to understand what healthy feels like versus what codependency feels like. You have to understand what is blocking your growth. And ultimately, it all comes back to you, the choices you're making or not making. So that's the message that Spirit wanted to come through today. Apparently, we were going to talk about relationships. I hope you guys found this helpful, because this is something that I have been able to successfully transmute in my own life. Like I said, I was a serial relationship hopper. I kept getting in one relationship, out of a relationship, into another relationship, out of a relationship. And it was just the same bullshit over and over and over again for 7 years. Guys, it took me 7 years to learn this. Don't make the same mistakes that I did. I can be the catalyst for you to just be like, oh, yes, okay, I see what they're saying. I see where I'm doing this in my own life. I can choose right now to stop perpetuating my cycle of suffering in relationships. I can choose to learn to love myself, to turn all of that love that we try to give to other people to try to make them love us back. When we flip all of that onto ourselves and we do become selfish, there's nothing wrong with that. That word is so charged now. It's okay to be selfish. Yourself needs you to give it love, to cherish it, to respect it, and honor it. So, yes, if you found this helpful, please share with someone that you feel like needs this message, because our view on relationships is finally shifting in the world. And these are important. It's important for us to be able to identify and to start actually shifting our relationship with ourselves and ultimately with other people, so we can attract new, healthy experiences. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. It helps immensely. And until next time, be the magic.